We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Back to throw, it's Salter. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. That's caught. It's Miller. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Makes one man miss. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Utah Utes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Off play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
To the air, it's Dampier. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on third down was big.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Third down play from the gun. Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. He's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Under fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And the defense comes up with a good stop. And here's the thing, great job, great rush integrity, making sure they didn't let him scramble around, make a big play. Now down by 3, your decision, try to kick it or maybe force it and try to go for it.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the first quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Welsh. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The throw to the outside is complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Williams. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback on the keeper. Made a defender miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
That's caught. It's Miller. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, we're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
That's caught. It's Miller. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air, it's Salter. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Welch. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks the tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw again. They get to him as he throws. It's on target and complete. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll pull it on the read. Spins away from the defense. Oh, what a move to get open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
And the Utes are marching down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play.
Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
The Utes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the grab, it's Miller. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Atkins. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Salter. unleashes one. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Under fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move. Didn't see anything. Lived to play another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. They've got the screen set up. Hard running there. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Hauls it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Got a man. It's Miller. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw. It's Salter. Got his man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. That gives him a 16-10 lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Parker. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This time he's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The Utes are threatening on 1st and goal. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Got the quick completion. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Salter. It's caught. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Across the 45. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He'll keep it himself. Nice move there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And the Utes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's got it for a big play. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Buffaloes are on the move. They'll run the counter. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Big fella showing some ability, got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
Trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. They march 72 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Trying to set up the screen. Runs through the tackle. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and... Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Going deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
On the move, it's Parker. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Here's a heat. Right on the money. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Salter. Gets it out quickly. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.